The Hypnotizer by Pablo De Santis and Juan Saenz Valiente or El Hipnotizador. And this is published by Hotel de las Ideas. I think there's a digital copy of it on their site, so you can get in there. Also, it has a TV adaptation made by HBO. It's on their the platform Max, I think. And that show is weird because it's on the frontier between Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, so it's on the border. So some characters speak in Portuguese and also in Spanish. And this comic is of a really big size. Here is compared to other books by them. Also to a standard regular American issue. So it's really big, close to absolute size. It's an 80 pages book. It's not one single story. There's a mystery. This is a story about this character called Arenas. He is a hypnotizer, but he can't sleep, So he's staying at this hotel, and every episode is a case. Someone comes to him with some problem, and in a way he tries to solve them. These cases at some point come back because the mystery about him not being able to sleep, getting some sleep, and at some point we discover why is that, and the resolution of it, of course, is at the end of it all. So it is again because this was serialized on the Fierro magazine. So it has this way of storytelling when we have short stories, self-contained in a way, and a bigger mystery. That brings every single one of these together. The stories by themselves are really good. The whole puzzle is the sum is better than the parts. I really recommend this comic. The stories are really good, are told really good in a really effective manner. The amount of pages is really diverse. Like some of them are 6 pages, some of them are 10. None of them is really the last one, because it's the final one, and the closure is longer. But still, really short stories. A lot of Hotel de las Ideas made a really great work because the book is really flexible and stays open. Also, the size. If they had reduced this, you would have to read it with a magnifying glass, and because there's a lot of text and a lot of frames. So on this size, it reads really well. The art by Juan Saenz Valiente, the script by Pablo De Santis is really good again, but the art by Saenz Valiente is exceptional. The way is pretty close to me to what Kyle Baker does. Juan Saenz Valiente is able to use a lot of techniques. He decides on some of them, to tell this story. If you have a lot more comics by him, you will notice that he tends to change his style on every single one. The characters, they are really ugly but really expressive. So there in the story, there are even robots at some point, and he expresses really well the emotions of the characters. You can follow the story just looking at the drawings. Of course, since it is a really great comic, you don't get the whole point of the story if you don't read the dialogues. So you need the image as much as the text. Here we have also an example of Juan Saenz Valiente sketches at first of the scene, and then how he finished the finished result. There's a lot of work on this, and I think it's really worth it. It's not a dense read. Maybe it wasn't dense for them to create it, but to read again as all great comics, it's not. And but if you want, it has a lot of rereading content. It has a value. It has a rereading to value, at least to me. Juan Saenz Valiente also does a lot of background on this comic, and that helps a lot to get this atmosphere of you actually like you get to know the place even if you have never lived there. Also, it helps to give in the comic this setting of that you have never seen before. Maybe if you're reading too much of manga or American comics, so this also gives you like a new perspective on other places. Again, here we have Saenz Valiente playing with different styles. So that's it. I don't really want to spoil it. The mystery is that this guy can sleep, and why is that? He can, and it's like a magical answer to this mystery. There's this mystery that gets solved in the end, and that's it. Basically, this hypnotizer helps people. He solves cases in a way, and has to solve also his own mystery, that is why he can't sleep. It's a really good comic. Maybe I didn't solve it so well, but if you are into the cartooning, I guess just by looking at the pictures you will be like really attracted to it. But the best thing about this work is that it just doesn't have value on its artist. It also has value on the scripts, or to me are on the same level. And the two of them do a really good work. So again, recommend. Maybe Fantagraphics could publish this in English, get the rights, because again, it's a really good work.